So, 8 things that narcissist absolutely hates, according to a psychologist. That's what we're talking about today, y'all. A psychologist put together a list of 8 things that narcissists can hate about you, the world, themselves, hate just in general, right? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Yes, y'all, hate is such a strong word and accurate when it comes to dealing with narcissistic people, isn't it? So I found this list online from Dr. Jamie Zuckerman, who I actually follow on Instagram. It's on parade.com, so I'll link Dr. Zuckerman's page and also link the article about the 8 things. But I'm going to give you my perspective on them because this is from a psychologist. I'm just like, let's see what the psychologist is talking about, y'all. This right here, and these 8 things right here, y'all, can elicit narcissistic rage. They can make them go silent on you. They can make them ghost you. They can make them become physical. Every narcissist is going to react differently, right? But this is a list of 8 things. So number 1, being held accountable for their actions, which is absolutely, that kind of goes without saying, right? Most narcissists hate being held accountable for their actions. I would say, I don't like speaking in absolutes. I'm not going to say all. So most narcissistic people, a huge majority of them, probably above 99%, hate being held accountable for their actions. Not all of them, but it's above 99%. If you call them out for something that they have done wrong, they might lose their minds. They might go crazy. They might put their hands on you. They might shift the blame back to you. They might put it onto you. They might project. They might start crying and begging for forgiveness. One thing they will rarely ever do is just say, damn, that's on me. I'm going to change those behaviors. I apologize for doing that in the first place, and I'll never do it again. Very rarely will they do that. And then I actually go get some help for it. Actually go seek help or trying to put in any type of plan of action in order to change. So that's number 1 right there from Dr. Zuckerman. But she's been on a lot of stuff too, y'all. Number 2, when someone else steals the spotlight. Yes, absolutely, positively, yes. And this right here can go a few different ways, right? When the attention is not on a narcissist, typically they lose it, right? Typically they have a negative reaction to the attention not being centrally focused on them. And they can go, as we all know, they can go a bunch of different ways. So the attention is not on them, they can lose their minds and lash out on everybody else around them. But they could also, when I say attention, that can mean your success. Somebody else's success can set them off. Somebody else's success can set them off. Somebody else's promotion, somebody else's body. They get jealous, y'all. Narcissistic people, we are just damn near, I feel like, innately jealous. And we have these delusions of grandeur that make us feel like we are better than everybody else. We have this crazy ass, unwarranted sense of entitlement that we just think we deserve. We're entitled to everything just because we are us, not because we deserved it, not because we earned it, but simply because we are us. We feel like we deserve it. So anytime, and this is why a lot of times narcissists actually don't like celebrating your success. This is why a lot of times when the attention is not on them, they'll start to act out. They'll start to get rage. They'll start arguments. They'll start fussing and fighting the night before a big event for you. They'll do things like that to mess with you. So I'll say that as well. This happens constantly. This happens consistently, right? So when the spotlight is not on them, they will try some way, shape, or form to either put the light out. They'll knock the light out. They would rather put the light out than to have it on somebody else. But most times, they're going to try to find some way to get the light to shine back on them. Not on you, to shine back on them. So some way, shape, or form. So that's going to be true as well right there, y'all. Number 3, not having access to someone. Again, y'all, I'm going to link the article. But this is why, and this right here could be speaking about going no contact with a narcissist. Going low contact with a narcissist. You breaking up with them. You moving on, you deciding to choose yourself, you deciding that something or someone else is better for you, You deciding to put yourself first. When you cut them off and they no longer have some type of access to you, a lot of them, again, will lose it. They will have a very, very negative reaction. Especially if you ghost them. If you ghost them and disappear, go no contact, block them everywhere, and they don't know where you are or who you're with, man, they lose it. Because like I just said, the last thing I said was who you're with. They automatically assume that you're with someone else. Look, they automatically assume that you're moving on. So this is why a lot of times when you break up with a narcissist, they automatically jump into, I hope whoever you're with is making you happy. I hope the person that you're dating is making you happy. I hope that whoever you're doing this with is making you happy. I hope whoever you're with right now is making you happy. I hope they're worth it. I hope they're worth it. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Blah, blah, blah. Boo, boo, boo. BBB. This is part of the stuff that goes on right here, y'all. So I would just keep saying, as you're moving forward, keep thinking that this is how it goes. Narcissistic people, toxic people are going to absolutely hate when they don't have access to you. And again, y'all, when you cut off access, this could be the most dangerous time. I'm not saying don't cut off access. I'm saying be safe when you decide to do it, because they can absolutely try to take you on up out of here. They can absolutely do that, y'all. Number 4, when you don't need their financial support. Oh, that's a very unique one. So like, I'll say this. Not every single thing on this list is going to apply to every single person, right? Some of this stuff is not going to apply to you. Like you might not need their financial support anyway, because y'all both work, y'all both have your own accounts or whatever the case may be. But for those who do need their support, like if you're a stay-at-home parent or whatever, they like to financially abuse you. They like to control you through money. They like to abuse you and manipulate you with the finances. They love it. A lot of them love it. They love to be able to have control over you, because they think that when they have financial control over you, it's more difficult for you to leave. You can't think about leaving me because I have the money. I have control. Everything is in my name. The house is in my name. The cars are in my name. You leave here, you're going to leave with nothing. You don't have enough money to hire a divorce attorney. So even if you are guaranteed to get 50% of my stuff or whatever, good luck at finding somebody who's going to do it pro bono or pay me later type stuff. You see, they hate it. So when you're gaining financial footing, they will try to stop it. If you haven't worked for a while, you're trying to get a new job, you're trying to go back to school, you're doing this type of stuff right here, they'll start an argument because they don't want you to gain that financial footing, y'all. So yeah, they will hate when they lose control of that type of stuff right there, y'all. Number 5, when you want to spend time with a big group of friends. Again, all this is not going to apply to everybody, but I can see how a narcissist could hate this right here as well, because a lot of times they like to isolate you. They like to get you by yourself. They like to have you all to themselves, have the power and control over you. So you don't there's no outside influence. So not just big group of friends, it could be family members as well. Because a lot of times, especially if the narcissist or toxic person has done you wrong, a lot of times, right? Especially if they have done you wrong, a lot of times, they will absolutely, and you've told your friends, they don't want to be around them anymore because they think their friends hate them and they think your friends are always trying to get you to leave them. So they'll start arguments, they'll start fussing and fighting. They'll make you feel guilty about going to hang out with your friends or family members. Your friends don't like me, so wow, thanks for leaving me here by myself. You know they don't like me. You know I don't want to be around them. Wow, you picked them over me. Wow, you really are evil. Wow, I thought better of you. Wow. Come on now, y'all. Come on. So a lot of them do hate that right here. Dr. Zuckerman, like I said, I'm going to link the article where you can read her reasonings behind this. But she says they actually prefer to spend time with you one-on-one because it's harder for them to use their manipulation tactics on you otherwise. Yep. Isolate. They like to have you all to themselves to isolate you. Number 6, when you want to be independent from them. Yes. Again, this kind of goes back to number 4 as well. We don't need their financial support, but it's like I said, it's not always going to be finances. When you're gaining independence, when you're going back to school, when you're doing things to better yourself, a lot of them are not going to like that. A lot of them will hate that. Dr. Zuckerman says a person with NPD isn't usually drawn to someone with super independent personality. Generally speaking, any movement of their partner, child, or friend towards self-sufficiency is viewed as a personal attack or abandonment by a narcissist. So yes, is absolutely viewed like you getting better makes me feel like I'm not good enough. You feeling like I feel like you don't need me. It makes me feel like a bad person. I know that sounds weird, but you have to ride with me right here. You feeling better, you doing better, you not needing me, not just financially, emotionally, physically, whatever. You being self-sufficient and able to survive on your own without me and not without me being around makes me feel like a bad person. It makes me feel less than. It also makes me feel like you're going to leave me for somebody else. Like if you get another job or you find somebody else that you like, or you doing stuff like that with your friends, it makes me feel like you're going to find somebody else better than me and replace me. So that's why it could activate those abandonment wounds, like Dr. Zuckerman had mentioned, right? And we get down to the last two, y'all. We get down to the last two. Number 7, being confronted with the truth about themselves. Right here, y'all. This right here it can go back to being held accountable. So some of these can kind of be, I haven't read the whole list. This is fresh off my head. I want to give y'all my fresh thoughts. This can kind of go back to number 1, being held accountable, right? They don't want to be held accountable. Was that number 1? Number 1 was being held accountable for their actions. Yep. So this can kind of go into it right here, right? Being confronted with the truth about myself is like holding up a mirror to me and allowing me to see my flaws. I don't want to see my flaws. Why the hell you hold this mirror to me to make me see myself like this? Why you want me to see myself through this light? Why you want me to see how flawed I am? You must hate me. You don't like me. You're evil. You're a bad person. They'll call you a bad person, y'all. They'll call you a bad person because they'll call you a bad person because you're showing them who they really are. That's crazy. They'll call you a bad person for telling the truth about them, which is insane. Think about how crazy it is, y'all. You told the truth about me, so I consider you a bad person. That's insane. Yeah, think about that again. You told the truth. You're telling me. You're not even exposing me. You're not even exposing me. You're telling me the truth about me, and I think you're a bad person for doing that. That's insane, though, y'all. And the last one on the list, y'all. The last one, narcissistic drum roll, please. Number 8. Number 8 might actually be the worst one to me. Number 8, like number 1, the accountability. That was tough, but she rounded this list up right here. Criticism of any kind. And that's absolutely true. Like, y'all, any criticism to a narcissist makes that narcissist feel like a bad person. When you criticize me, when you shame me, you make me feel like I'm a bad person. You make me feel like I'm evil, even though I probably have been doing some evil things. Dr. Zuckerman says, while most people aren't fans of being criticized, they can usually handle constructive criticism. With narcissists, I'm glad she said it. With narcissists, there's no such thing as constructive criticism. It's all criticism. It's all bad. There's no such thing. No, we're not being constructive. You're trying to deconstruct me. You're trying to break me down with the criticism. However, a narcissist, a person with NBD, hates any type of criticism. Even constructive criticism is viewed as a personal attack. I just said that. I haven't read the article, y'all. I just said that. Y'all let me know I'm on point right there. They will be overly sensitive to criticism. Yep, they will be. Because narcissists truly don't want to be held accountable for the stuff that they do. They truly hate the criticism because like all of this ties in together to you attacking their ego. A narcissist's ego is both huge and fragile at the same time. Huge is like a big balloon, y'all. You see a big balloon, like damn, it's a big balloon. But like a big balloon is, you can pop it with a pen. You can, no matter how big the balloon is, you get a nice little pin, you can pop that balloon. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in, riding with me to the end of this list. Again, I'm going to link Dr. Zuckerman's article. You can find it. You can find her account as well. Be safe. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. And as always, y'all, Mental Illness is out. Peace. What up, y'all? What up? Before you leave, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. It just helps us reach more people. Also, everything I have is available at mentalhealness.net. My coaching, my courses. I have a couple of courses that can help you understand and help you heal. And I also have a support group, all available at mentalhealness.net. Check my site out for everything, y'all, and I will see y'all later.